Hello, my Canasta friends. Welcome to Canasta Class Live Clinic. In this clinic, we'll be discussing basics, tips, and strategies all about Canasta as we play on real Canasta. Our topic in this video will be Q&A all about special hands. Please put any questions in the comments below and I'll be sure to answer. Also, please suggest anything you would have done different during play as we play on real Canasta. Let's learn and grow together as Canasta players. Before we get started, please connect with me and hit the subscribe button. I thank you for all your love and support and for watching these videos. If you could give me thumbs up for those you enjoy, share with fellow Canasta players, and also tell them about the YouTube channel Canasta Class. And if you could comment below the videos, I'd appreciate it. It lets YouTube know that you like the channel. If you really like the channel, you can become a channel member. If you click on join on the home page, you can select from 3 levels which membership you would like. Again, you always support me in free ways, as I mentioned previously, but this would be a monetary donation if you wish to support the channel and become a channel member. Thank you again for always watching these videos. Let's head on over and talk about our Q&A about special hands. Special hands. These are some of the questions that I received through email about special hands. Let's review about when your partner places their initial meld, you can no longer go for a special hand. You have to play a regular game. Our first question says, can you use a discard for a special hand and pick the pack? When somebody discards a card, you cannot pick it for a special hand, and you must only get that card from the stockpile, not the discard pile. Your special hand cards come from the stockpile and you draw it on your turn. Should you continue to go for a special hand if your opponent opens? When your opponent opens, often you have no other choice and you don't have the points to meld, so you might continue your special hand. If you were 1 card away, I obviously would continue, I think, as long as it's the beginning of the game, until you pick alternate cards that might help you open, and it might change the way your hand looks. Our next question says, would you break up your special to discard a safe card so you don't give the pack to the opponent, or would you take a chance and discard a single that might give them the pack? There's lots of things to consider here. First, look at the pack. How many cards are there? Is it really a decision you have to ponder? How close are you to a special hand? Do you just need 1 card or do you need a lot? How many available cards is there for that particular card that you need? Has a lot of them been discarded already in the discard pile? How big is the stockpile? Is it in that stockpile? What's your score? Do you need to be going for a special hand? Don't forget to consider your partner. They might get the cards to open and have time to open. You might not want to sabotage your team and discard a card to the opponents so that they can pick the pack, especially if it's a large pack. I would suggest to discard a safe card and protect the pack if it's a large pack. And again, maybe your partner will open and then there will be no issue for you unless you have a terrible hand and you have no way to help your partner close canastas. So decide on the best card that would maybe not be in their hand. You have to pick maybe a card that's been discarded a lot. I have a whole video on what the best discard is. You can search that in the magnifying glass on the main page. Should I use a penalty card in a special hand? So penalty cards are 7s and aces when you have more than 2. I think it's really you're taking a chance using them, and you have to be mindful if the other team has opened. They could also, maybe if they haven't opened, they could also be trying for a special hand. So watch what the other team has done. Have they opened? Do they have a canasta? I would change my strategy once they get a canasta and maybe get rid of those penalty cards. That would be taking a huge chance to keep them, thinking they could go out at any moment. You are, of course, maybe not going to open by not getting the special hand, but if you kept those penalty cards, you would also get the negative points for holding more than 2 sevens and 2 aces. So be very mindful of where the game is if you're going to hold those penalty cards. Let's talk about pairs. When you are trying for a special hand of pairs, can you duplicate pairs? They have to be individual pairs. They cannot be matching because that would be 4 of a kind rather than a pair. You have to have 7 unique pairs and no duplicates. Can you discard a wild card if you don't need it for a special hand? Wild cards are not discarded, only if it's the only card in your hand. If you're going for a special hand and you're holding on to a wild card or you don't need it, you cannot discard it. Unfortunately, once you pick a wild card, it ruins your special hand and you have to open in the traditional way or change your hand to a different special hand and hope for a matching wild. Can you use 4 threes in a zip code hand or any special hand? Threes cannot be used in any special hand, specifically pairs hand if that's what you're looking at. The only special hand that uses a 3 is a straight, which is 1 of each card, so you have to have 1 3. After further researching on Real Canasta, you can have 3s in a zip code hand. I do not play that in my in-person games, but online you can have 3s. I don't know why you'd want to hold on to a bunch of 3s, but if that's what you're trying to achieve. A lot of Canasta groups offer different rules on what they choose to play with, so check with your group if you're going to honor the zip code special hand before you begin, or any other special hands. When you hold onto a 3 for a special hand, which would be a straight, what do you do with the 3 if your partner opens? Unfortunately, you cannot lay down the 3 and replace it. 3s are only replaced when you pick them up from the stockpile and you do it on that turn. You would be minus 100 points in your hand if the other team went out, and the only possible way you could get rid of it is if you go out. It could be your last discard because your discard is face down and no one will see it, so they don't know what it is, so you could get rid of your final 3. My final thoughts. There is still always the possibility that your partner will place down their initial meld. Where would that leave you with your special hand? Choose a special hand that would possibly help your partner when you are closing canastas. On a final note, there is also such a thing called a courtesy special. If your partner opens and on your next turn you draw the card from the stockpile to complete your special hand, you can lay it down. Again, you would have to check with your group if you're going to honor a courtesy special. I do not play that in my in-person game. Any videos that you're looking for or topic that you're having a problem with, you can search on my main page with the magnifying glass. If you're on your phone, you can put in Canasta Class and put the topic that you're looking for. So we'll say Canasta Class special hands, and videos will come up that relate to special hands. So try to check out the main page. There are tons of videos there that you can review. If you don't see it, email me at mahjongclass@yahoo.com or put it in the comments below and I'll be sure to post a video on the topic that you have an interest in. Let's go on over to Real Canasta and play a few games and test our hand, how we accomplish special hands. Maybe we can get some. On Real Canasta, we're going to do a new game. We're going to play fast. We're going to have 5 cards before we can add a wild, and that's 5 of a rank, and invisible mode. We're going to start our next game. We're going to play a full game of 8,500 points. You're going to sort your cards by rank, and then you're going to put out your 3s on your turn and pick a new card. You're going to pick a card for your turn, and then you're going to sort them again. You're going to see if you have your queen triple, which we do. So we're ready to open. You don't always have to open right away, but today I'm going to, and I'm going to give my partner the opportunity to go ahead and maybe pick the pack on their turn also. I'm going to discard a card. I'm going to go with the big queen. And I was hoping for a low card because I'm figuring that's what the opponents are going to discard. This 3 will be used on my next turn. I'm going to put out my 3 and pick a card. And I'm going to hold the 7. I'm going to get rid of, I have another 9 I picked, and get rid of a 10. Hold on to my 7. One ace. Oh, another 7. We only want to keep 2. Two aces. I think there's one in there. I'm going to get rid of this king. The opponents are opening. We have an 8. He put down kings, aces, and 6s. I'm going to try this king. Hopefully they don't have it. Perfect. I no longer need to hold aces because they're melded. The computer did not meld another ace, so they might not have aces. I'm going to put them out. Another ace. Oh, look at all these wilds. Yay, we got our next canasta. 2 7s. Gonna get rid of the 6. They have 6 in 6th position. It's a safe discard. Now my queen is safe. My opponent just put out queens. And I'm going to get rid of the queen. So we had 4, 5, 6. We didn't have enough wild, so good thing I didn't put them out. So we gained 1,150. They got 445. We're at 125. You always look for the ability of a special hand. We have a lot of wilds. Maybe we have a special opener. We have 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 110. We need 125. My partner threw out a 10. I'm going to go ahead and get rid of the 10. We want to try to match. Five, 8s, and kings. Oh boy, picking the pack. We need 3 of a kind. Thank you, partner. We have a pair of queens. Let's take the pack. We got another queen, a natural. Very nice. I put out my 6, my 2 aces. We have an extra 7 we're going to want to get rid of. I can put out the king. Six. go ahead and close the 6s and get rid of the 7. It's 1 7. 2 7s. Still 2 7s. And we can get rid of the 5s. 2 7s. 3 7s. Down our 9s. 3 7s. And yes, we can go out. I don't have any penalty cards. We gained 1,935. They got 1,885. Pretty even game. We are at 155. We're over 3,000, and they are at 125. Sort by rank. Wow, look at all our 3s. On our turn, we're going to put them out and get new cards. So 1, 2, 3, and 1 for our turn. Our 3 kings, which means that we have our clean triple. We have 100, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. We're 5 points short. So let's discard a 10. A 9. Opponents are opening. Get rid of a 5 next. Always move over your discards so you have a safe discard. 10, I'll get rid of a 5. Another 5. Next I'll get rid of a 4. Yeesh. Computer keeps giving them the pack. Queen. They have queens in 6th position. They have queens in 6th position, so let's get rid of the queen. Nice hand for them. Terrible if we can't open. That's 1 7. Oh, now we can. And 3 kings. And we're going to get rid of a 4. 4s are closed. 9s are our next card. Oh good, my partner picked a pack. Now she has all the 7s, so I'm going to discard my 7 so she can pick it if she... I had 3 jacks. He closed the jacks. Bummer. Let's put out our king and our 8. And I'm going to get rid of the 7. I have 1 wild card. That's 1 7. 2 7s are in there. Let's get rid of the queen. They're dead. Another wild. We close the kings. And we can't put out the jacks because the jacks are dead. We have to get rid of them. On to the next round. Sort by rank. Put out your threes, take a new card, pick one for your turn. We're at 155 now, so we can go for maybe a special hand. Let's get rid of the 8. We need to go for that zip code, which is 4 of a kind, 3 of a kind, 3 of a kind, and 2 pairs. An 8. Oh good, my partner's opening. And we don't match. But maybe I can pick the pack. A 4. We have 4s. Let's take the pack. And I'm going to hold on to this pair of 4s. I will put out my 5s. And my single jack and my 4 kings. I'm holding on to the pair of 4s to maybe pick the pack again. I'm going to get rid of the queen. And close the kings and get rid of the 10. The opponent on my left got rid of a 10 just the last hand. See, there's the 4 again. Take the pack. And now we have 3 10s we can put out. Another jack. We just keep inching our way. Let's put out the queen. We can't put out the king because it's a dead card, and you can't put a dead card on an empty tray. That's 1 7. Oh, we have 6s. And 2 9s and 2 8s. Let's put back out the queen. One 7. Put out the king. 2 7s. 3 9s. 3 7s. Fives are dead. 3 7s are in there. 4 7s. Jacks are dead. Four 7s are in there. It's the end, so I'm going to go ahead and play that 9. So they had a pair of 7s here, so that's why there was only 4 7s in there, and I had a pair up until a second ago. We are now at 2,655, so with that we are at 180. They are at 155. They got negative 870 because they did not get any canastas. So sort by rank. Put out your 3s. Oh, we got all little cards. Pick a card for your turn. Let's see. We can try for a special hand. Let's get rid of a single 4. We have our 3 of a kind. We have to get all the way up to 180 though. There's our 4 of a kind, 3 of a kind. I don't know if we're going to get another pair. I think there's a special hand. It's 4 4 and a pair, which we can't get rid of that. There's 5, 4, 3, 2. I don't know. Let's keep going here. Crazy to keep all those 7s. Maybe I start getting rid of those 7s. Queen. So we have 50. Oh yeah, now we get rid of those 7s when they open. One 7 in there. 2 7s. Three 7s. I gave up on my special hand because I didn't want to hold all those 7s. So 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 110, 25. We only have 125. It's terrible. We have 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 110, 20, 30, 45. They close aces and jacks. They have queens and 10s. I have to get rid of these 5s. Oh, now we get another wild. 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 110, 20, 30. Eey. Just never happened. Ouch, that's a big hit. 1,160 negative. Now we're more on even playing field. We're still at 180. They have to get 180 now because they're over 5,000. Oh good, my partner's opening right away. We don't match. I have 1 king. Not gonna pick it yet. There's nothing really there. My 1 king. I have all pairs. Maybe we could pick it the next time. Something good. 6. Let's take it. So now we have a bunch of 4s. 1 6, 1 5, and that's all. I'm gonna put out my 3 10s and my 1 king. Let's get rid of the jack. Hopefully my partner has some jokers. Nope. I don't have any wild cards myself. Let's break up the 8s. Ten. To get our 1 canasta, we need 2 to get those 3s. There it is. Nice. I think there's a lot of 7s in there. Yes, we can go out. Oh, we're short. We should have played a little more. Maybe we could get another canasta. 8,425. We only needed 8,500. They have 5,330. Negative points for them. They don't have any canastas. Next round should do it. Hopefully we'll win it. Sometimes games go on and on. 180. We have... See, put out your 3s, sort. Let's get rid of this 4. We have 20, 40, 60, 80, 95, 110. Way too long to go. I'm gonna get rid of my 7. Another 5. How about a jack? The zip code is 4 of a kind, 3 of a kind, 3 of a kind, and 2 pairs. That's going to change it there. So I have 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 110, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. We're 10 points short. Oh, that was weird. I'm actually going to get rid of this because I need 10 points. 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 110, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. Oh, geez. This might be their hand. We've got a lot of 3s and no canastas. Gotta get on the board. I have to watch these aces. I don't want to hold them too long. Queens are dead. Jacks. If I don't go out now, I have to get rid of that ace. Oh, we got another ace, so that probably does it. So here, let's see. And then 30 points. No Talon, so we have to have 1 card to stay in the game. Oh, we got a canasta. I think that maybe sealed the deal for us. Very nice. Nice game. We got 8,905. I thank you for being here this evening, or whatever time of day you're viewing it with the rewatch. Usually it airs at 6:30 on Monday nights. Please join us again every Monday at 6:30 to watch Canasta Class. If you're into Mahjong, I post new videos every Tuesday nights at 6:30. I'm so glad you're here and joined me. Have a great week, everyone. Until the next one, take care. Bye-bye, and try a special hand. Don't forget, thumbs up.